The story of NotPetya doesn't begin with a bang, but with a slow, simmering tension. For years, Ukraine served as an unwilling testing ground for Russia's cyber capabilities. This digital battleground saw escalating attacks on Ukraine's infrastructure. In 2015 and 2016, a Russian hacking group known as Sandworm launched sophisticated attacks. These attacks plunged parts of Ukraine into darkness, disrupting power grids and sowing chaos. These incidents were a precursor to something far more devastating, a warning shot across the bow of global cybersecurity. These early attacks exposed the vulnerabilities of interconnected systems. They showed how cyber warfare could transcend the digital realm and have real-world consequences. The world watched, but few fully grasped the magnitude of the threat that was brewing. Ukraine was the canary in the coal mine, a stark warning of the havoc that cyber attacks could unleash. In the spring of 2017, Russian military hackers breached the defenses of an unassuming target Linkos group. This Ukrainian software company was behind ME-Doc, a popular accounting software used throughout Ukraine. The hackers infiltrated Linkos Group's update servers, planting a digital Trojan horse. This malicious code lay dormant, a silent threat waiting for the right moment to strike. Thousands of businesses, unaware of the danger lurking within their systems, continued to use ME-Doc. The stage was set for a cyber attack of unprecedented scale and devastation. On June 27, 2017, the digital bomb detonated. The hackers triggered the malware, unleashing NotPetya upon the world. Disguised as ransomware, NotPetya was anything but. Its true purpose was destruction, crippling systems and paralyzing operations. The malware spread like wildfire, exploiting a critical vulnerability in Windows known as Eternal Blue. This exploit, developed by the NSA and leaked earlier that year, allowed NotPetya to spread rapidly across networks. Another tool, Mimikatz, enabled the malware to steal passwords and gain access to even more systems. The attack was a perfect storm, combining sophisticated malware with powerful exploits to devastating effect. Ukraine bore the brunt of NotPetya's fury. The malware ripped through government networks, crippling ministries and agencies. Banks froze, unable to process transactions. Hospitals were thrown into chaos, their systems knocked offline. Even the Chernobyl nuclear power plant, still recovering from the 1986 disaster, was forced to revert to manual monitoring systems. The attack was a stark reminder of the vulnerability of critical infrastructure to cyber attacks. It demonstrated how quickly and effectively a well-coordinated attack could cripple a nation. The world watched in horror as Ukraine grappled with the aftermath, struggling to restore essential services and regain control of its digital destiny. Section 5. A global epidemic, Maersk and the world real. NotPetya's reach extended far beyond Ukraine's borders. The malware quickly jumped across networks, infecting systems in over 65 countries. One of the highest-profile victims was Maersk, the world's largest shipping conglomerate. The attack paralyzed Maersk's operations, shutting down 17 terminals and disrupting global supply chains. Other multinational companies, including Merck, FedEx and Mondelez, also suffered significant losses. The attack highlighted the interconnectedness of the global economy and the ripple effect that cyber attacks could have on businesses and consumers worldwide. NotPetya was a wake-up call, a stark reminder that cyber attacks could no longer be ignored or dismissed as a minor nuisance. Section 6. Picking up the pieces. Maersk's fight to recover. The attack on Maersk was a logistical nightmare. With their systems crippled and data inaccessible, the company was forced to improvise. They set up an emergency operations center in England, working around the clock to restore their network and resume operations. The recovery process was arduous. Maersk had to rebuild their entire network from scratch, relying on backups and salvaged data. They resorted to manual workarounds, using paper documentation and personal email accounts to communicate and continue some operations. It took weeks for their network to partially recover and months to fully restore operations, a testament to the scale of the attack and the complexity of their systems. Section 7. Scars and Lessons. The Aftermath of NotPetya. The NotPetya attack left an indelible mark on the world. It exposed the vulnerability of critical infrastructure and the interconnectedness of global systems. It highlighted the devastating consequences of cyber attacks, not just in terms of financial losses, but also in terms of disruption, chaos, and loss of trust. The attack also raised uncomfortable questions about attribution and accountability. While never officially confirmed, evidence pointed to Russia's involvement. The lack of a strong international response to the attack raised concerns about deterring future attacks. Section 8. The Cybersecurity Imperative. A call to action. NotPetya was a wake-up call for the world. It highlighted the urgent need for robust cybersecurity measures to protect critical infrastructure, businesses, and individuals from the growing threat of cyber attacks. The attack underscored the importance of proactive measures such as regular software updates, strong passwords, multi-factor authentication, and network segmentation. It also emphasized the need for comprehensive incident response plans to mitigate the impact of attacks and ensure a swift recovery. Section 9. An uncertain future, the looming threat of cyber warfare. The NotPetya attack marked a turning point in cyber warfare. It demonstrated the devastating potential of cyber attacks to disrupt global systems, cripple economies, and sow chaos. As the world becomes increasingly reliant on interconnected technologies, the threat of cyber warfare looms large. The lessons learned from NotPetya must serve as a catalyst for greater investment in cybersecurity, international cooperation, and the development of norms and treaties to govern cyberspace. The future of our digital world depends on it.